Boom, boom. Angry Inch, and we are back on Mega Random for the fourth game between Tim and the Viper. Yes, I've been anxiously waiting to get this series going again, and today we have a Spanish matchup. Yes, I love it. The first three games have been extremely entertaining. If you haven't watched them, go check them out, guys. We had a Celt matchup where we saw some World Raiders and Champions. We had a Saracen matchup where we saw some Mamelukes. A Persian matchup where we saw cavalry, so we had camels and so on and so forth. All great games. Viper is up 2-1 in the score count right now. His economy has been exceptionally well in two of the games, and Tim outplayed him in the Double Town Center game. So we're going to hope that Tim can even the score up, and Viper just wants to get it going and finish the series as quick as possible, go up 3-1, and have complete dominance over the scoreboard. Now, you know what I'm excited about today, guys? I fixed my audio settings once again. I lied last game. I was saying I knew how I had the perfect audio settings. That was complete bullshit, and now I got it going good. I watched the tutorial, got the full juicy details about audio settings, and I was a novice, okay? I had it on CD audio recording level. That's just absolutely unacceptable. I apologize for that. Here at the Angry Inch Studios, we gotta bump it up just a little bit. Not just a DVD quality. Come on, that would be like, yeah, if you wanted to make some movies. But we're doing some Age of Empires recordings, guys. I'm up to the studio premiere level recording for your full audio enjoyment. It's gonna be like an eargasm in your head, so hope you guys don't mind too much. You're gonna hear every voice crack, every chuckle, and whether that's good or bad, I don't know yet, but stay tuned. It's going to be very enjoyable now, guys. I also lowered the background sound so you can just you can hear it, but it's not too distracting because we can't be getting distracted away from my awesome voice. So let's get into the game. I haven't really been talking too much about the game, but not too much going on. The standard build-up where the dock and well, the scout getting a little too close there and dying. So just a standard build and standard startup, I should say. The map isn't going to be a standard build, though. As you can see, with the Mega Random comes great variety. And right here we see, unfortunate a little bit for Viper, only has one closed tree patch, but quite a bit of gold around that. And a second tree patch here, third. And Tim getting much better resources, in my opinion. You got a tree patch here or a tree patch here, and not a lot of stone actually. One pile there and one pile there, so that kind of goes over the quick breakdown of the map. I'm sure you guys can see it and get a general feel. This ice over here is gonna be pretty useless and just for looks pretty much, and there's a little bit of water in here, but not gonna be too much of a deal. Just gonna be extremely hard on this wall off. Like, he's gonna have to do the Great Wall of China to get this thing walled off. But I don't know if I mentioned the civs, and we'll get the civs going right now. We got a Spanish matchup. Yes, I love the Spanish. I love every civ, actually, so I shouldn't say that I love the Spanish, but I really do. And just for my own benefit, let's go look right up here. And oh yes, the tech tree. I'm going to be able to commentate perfectly now. Their gunpowder and monk civilization. Their builders work 30% faster. Their blacksmiths upgrades don't cost gold. Their cannon galleons benefit from ballistics. They have 2 unique units, and their hand cannoneers and bombard cannons fire 15% faster. Their unique technology gives their villagers better combat, so they have increased health, I think. And their team bonus is trade routes increase by 33% gold. So if you're not really sure, I did a whole video about trading. Go check that video out. But yes, trading with Spanish is going to be very beneficial, but that bonus is not going to come into play because there's no team members. So what can we, in a barracks coming out here, all that time in the tech tree. Actually, time does not move on when you're in the tech tree, but getting 4 villagers, quite a big, quite amount of number of villagers. So he's probably going to go for quite a few buildings over here, and we're going to see what kind of military he starts building. And a palisade wall right there. Not entirely sure why he decided to go for a palisade wall, and you could just see how open this base is right here. Extremely unfortunate for for the Viper. Going for some boats and building a galley, but you can see here Tim got into the fuel age a little faster and bringing galleys already over. So gonna need some more docks out if he's gonna be able to hold the water. And got these 4 villagers here and going for a watchtower, maybe a little tower rush. Yeah, and already 2 galleys here, and not sure where this... Yeah, and his galley's going over here and maybe try to get some harassment. Pretty much already conceding his fishing ships. Great placement of this tower right here. And Tim might not have noticed the tower going up because he didn't decide to build a watchtower of his own. Or maybe he's just going to focus completely over on this wood pile over here. And villager combat right here. Villager versus scout. And this villager going to go down. Having the 3+2 attack, but now this scout's going down. And this one galley is about to go down as well. And here's the archers for the Spanish coming out for, the Viper. And some skirmishers out immediately to combat them. So a very good play by Viper coming over and mining his own only stone pile. Only being 3 stone piles for the entire map. If he's able to mine up this stone, Tim's going to have to rely on the market to get all of his stone, which is going to be extremely costly. He does have a lot of gold though, so it's going to be costly, but he could afford it if he needs it. So much gold piles, so... And Viper's time on the water is over. So Tim getting a little bit better startup, able to get the galleys out faster and attack sooner. And Viper is focused on this land attack right here, forcing him off this gold or this wood resource here. But got a lot of villagers over here. Not sure why he has 1 lumber camp. It would make sense to build a lumber camp here. Especially all these villagers had long walk and a lot of bumping. So did the best out of his walling right here. Putting a wall here and putting a wall here. So able to do a fairly good wall off for that bad positioning there. Coming up with the dock of his own here and a transport ship. Tricky. We're going to see what he does with this transport. Interesting that he decided to go for a watchtower here and protect these forage bushes. Being that this watchtower is only going to protect... He's probably going to go for some farms here after, so that's maybe the reason, but a single watchtower in this open of an area is not going to be too effective in defense. Tim getting quite a big archer force here. Archer's doing the smart thing and posting up underneath this watchtower. The villagers combat scaring off these archers. And they're deciding to go for that second lumber camp. A good idea. And a lot of galleys. And absolutely unacceptable. I did not refresh the scores. I always forget to do that. I usually start off with the recording and I say something stupid and I gotta play it back and then I forget to update the scores, so sorry about that. That looked like that transport just went no. Here's a transport ship with just one archer. And you're gonna transport him over here maybe and just put him in the back corner and he would never lose until he found him. He could always just do the what's that research at the castle that you just see the enemy line of sight, so doing that's not going to be very effective. That not going down right there. Huh. And this galley is finally gone down because of this watchtower. And a lot of skirmishers and a few archers in that mix. And we're gonna see here what he ultimately decides to do. Viper going up into the castle, and if the scores are any and missing this big force coming in here. This could be big. And Viper gonna need to deal with this quite quickly. He cannot afford, he doesn't have any other lumber source right now. And great play by Tim right here. Going for a watchtower here. Quite a few villagers going down, and now going to post up over by his lumber camp, I would assume. And back to what I was saying about the scores. Scores are any indication. Tim would be advancing into the castle age any second now, if not already into the castle. We'll see. He's got to be really close in my opinion. And we'll check really quickly. And there it is right there as I speak of the devil. He got into the castle age. And wow, getting quite a bit of harassment in here. And is he gone over to this other wood pile? And he hasn't. So his only source of wood right now is a single tree right here, which is going to be depleted especially fast with 10 villagers chopping at it. Excuse me, 2 trees right here. So an absolutely booming economy for the lumberjacks. And he needs to get some kind of watchtower or some kind of defense or a castle maybe over here. Almost has enough for the castle. Yeah, now he's got enough for a castle. And interesting placement right there on this castle. It's going to be protecting this town center and a few farms over here and back here. But maybe he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to get the castle up with all those archers there. So this was basically one of the only spots he could have put in. But getting it up and like I said, interesting placement because no wood source right now. And he was between a rock and a hard place, honestly. Not much he could have done. But maybe more focus on getting out some conquistadors. Yes. With quite a bit of knights here. And these are doing quite a bit of damage. Going to be able to protect these archers too. And I do got a trivia question for you guys. Being that the NBA Finals just finished up, well, when this video goes up, it'll probably be maybe a week or something, but the NBA Finals have just ended, and for a trivia question, what is the only team name, so team name being like the Miami Heat, so the Heat, that's their team name, which is the only team name that is also a unit in Age of Empires? So the Heat, obviously not a unit in Age of Empires. Like the Atlanta Hawks, it's not a unit. There's one team name that is a unit in Age of Empires. So if you guys get that, leave it down in the comments. I was extremely bored in chemistry class and just thinking of stupid shit, so I came up with that. And we got some battering rams coming in here. My rambling has missed this, the first battering ram coming in. Probably ungarrisoned a bunch of them, and this castle could go down. Gonna be quite close. Villager is mixing in the combat and repairing. Very nice to see. Bringing in some knights. Now these conquistadors, he's really far behind, almost 2,000 points, but conquistadors being so powerful, he might be able to turn the tide of the war, but he's going to have to get these knights out of his base. Wow, and he killed quite a bit of knights right there, actually. And, oh, 200 health and 150, 50, 50. Oh, it's so close, but gotta be careful. Another battering ram coming in. Completely out of stone here, so not going to be able to repair right now. And look at this resource, it is absolutely almost zero. But able to, wow, with just these conquistadors, he's able to close the score lead to about 1,000. So we might see an epic comeback. Not entirely sure. Not going to need to get over to this wood pile quite quickly. Selling off just a little bit of gold or mined a little bit of stone. Yeah, probably mined a little bit of stone there. And now able to repair a little bit. We see what he does with these conquistadors. And oh, there's quite a few knights here. And it's almost been a change of pace. For the last 2 games, Viper's economy has been so good, but this time his economy has been very poor and getting quite a long time until getting some villagers over on this wood pile. Maybe focused on the food and wood count to get out some more conquistadors, but really lacking in the economy right now. Man, could these conquistadors turn it around? He's about down by 1,500 points right now, but he was down and out, and now maybe able to... Oh, what are these knights? Didn't even see these knights, and I don't even know if... And these conquistadors are way out of positioning, walling off this, but these only being watchtowers. Let's see. Interesting strategy of walling in the... Oh, and the house was not completely constructed, and Stonewall not being too effective there. And now attacking this lumber camp, good idea. I can't select that lumber camp. There we go. Lumber camp not going to be able to go down. And where are these conquistadors? Wow. Let's see this. Let's see this little attack by Viper. And some skirmishers are on their way though. Skirmishers looking like they're doing a pretty good job versus these conquistadors being so much cheaper. And these knights have been just in the base a long time. And there it is. Viper resigning. So Tim able to tie up the score 2-2, and we'll check back in game 5 who takes the lead, and see you guys next time.